Mariana and everyone, so I have set up a folder for this study, and I already put here the team level data with the team codebook, and I've selected the variables for the individual level data. I will add the actual data in a few minutes, or a few hours, I guess it will take me. But for now, a quick video that shows how to navigate the file, just in case your student doesn't know how to properly process these data and how to read these files. So the most important, I guess, column here is this one, which is the variable name. So that's the code book. So the variables are listed vertically. In the data file, the variables will be listed in exactly the same order, but the line will be sort of flipped 90 degrees. So the column becomes the first row with variable names. So if you would like to find, for example, age, it will be something like this. So basically it will be, the file will look like this, right? So you will have this, oops, sorry. Well, but you understood the idea. So the file will look like this. So, yeah. And so your age variable will be in column age. Now, I've selected, first and foremost, your team identification. Team identification, oops, I think it would be sorry, let me find them. Yes, so team identification, so this is your focal variable, as I understand. And so it is highlighted yellow, so it will be included in the data file. Importantly, if you scroll to the right, you will see here all of the semesters when Xculture was in operation, from the beginning of time all the way to 2023. And you will see here the number of observations for each variable in each semester. And so team identification, as you can see, was measured in 2014, 2015, then not measured, then measured again 16, 18, and in 19. So not every single semester. And I highlighted these semesters when your focal variable was measured green. So this means that maybe, let's say, if you wanted to see if team identification correlates with, for example, team mindfulness, you wouldn't be able to conduct that correlation because team mindfulness was measured only in 2019 2B, whereas your team identification was measured in 2019 1A and before. So you have to pay attention to this. I'll dump all of the data for all of the semesters, but if you need team identification, you'll have to look specifically at these semesters. And then for the variables that I included, you can see here the sort of demographics, like topic, details, the actual variable name, then the actual question, scale. Let me show you here some that maybe, I don't know, like for example, CQEng. So you have the variable name, you have the question, you have the scale from 1 to 7, you have the source of the instrument, and then again, semester by semester when it was measured. So for example, remember that your team identification is green, so if you need to correlate it with CQ, then you will not be able to use most of those semesters, but you have several, 16-1B, 17 to 18, so you have like, what, 4 or 5 semesters when you have the data that you need in both semesters. Also, for some of these variables, I calculated the overall averages, but for some I didn't. And like for CQ, I did it for a few semesters, but you can easily get the total score by simply averaging the responses across of the items. And then also, if you want by dimension, you can see here that like it's CQ, ENG, behavioral, 4 items or 5 items, cognitive, 6 items, metacognitive, 4 items, motivational, 5 items. And so again, if you need to get a scale level, you can get them here. I included more variables than you requested just in case. You never know what you'll need, so I included some of them. And so like, for example, for you, I included you, but I also included iWork, which is a better measure, and we empirically show that it's a better measure and now published. So we have this instrument published in the Journal of World Business, And so it's now fully published, validated, and in fact, compared to you and shown to be even better than you. So in case you want to use this one instead, I included it. I included a bunch of other things like emotional intelligence, language proficiency. I'm not sure if you need it, but maybe you will for control purposes or something like that. Also, notice that some variables may have a number at the end. And so, like, for example, effort. So here, that's the peer evaluated effort. And so you have at 3, at 4, at 5, at 6. So that means that it was measured every single week. And here you have the survey number. So it's kind of like a week number, but we have also pre-project survey, and there are 2 in the first week. So at 3 becomes at the end of the first week. At 4 becomes at the end of the second week, and so on and so on. And so you have many of them with this number at the end, just means that it was measured multiple times, and then you have a corresponding week. The big 5, again, same thing. So you can look at A here, that's agreeableness, C for conscientiousness right here. So if you want to calculate those averages, if I didn't calculate them for you, you can easily calculate them here. And things like that, satisfaction, like for example, enjoyment. How much do you enjoy working with people from your team? From 0 to 100 enjoyment scale. And then again, you have week 2, 3, 4, all the way till the end. And then same thing for the team level, you already have them here, so nothing unusual. If you need anything else, let me know. I dumped, as I said, more than you need. Like, for example, I included here all of the team climate variables, but I see none of them correspond or were collected in the semesters when we had team identification. So I think I will exclude them just because there is really not much you can do. There was one, I see, a short one that we measured in one semester, but nothing else. So I will exclude them because they will not correspond to your focal variable. Too bad, but yeah. But then, like, team identification, yeah, you have it there. Anyway, so I'll add the data to the folder here that you have shortly, and you have the link. The data file will appear there magically, and you already have the data file for the team level data.